Brad Williams, Excel primed, conditional formatting, / highlighting, one of my favorites. I chuckle for obvious reasons. Here we go. What do we have here? We have a series of words, text, strings, whatever you want to call it. And we want to highlight based on if the word is found in any of the cells. Hit F9, and we have beats. We have beats because beat shows up here. Hit F9. Let's see here. We have water. Water shows up twice. How do we do this? Keep in mind, this is conditional formatting. Anything we try to do, if we try to find something here, we won't be able to find it. It's all under the hood. But there's two tools we're going to use. We've done this a zillion times in the past, but here we're just going to build it into the conditional formatting. We use ISNUMBER. We're going to use ISNUMBER and find. This is case sensitive. ISNUMBER and search is not case sensitive. Depending on what you need to do, incorporate it. Search locates a position. All we're looking for. Why? Because ISNUMBER is going to determine whether a specific location has been found numerically, and it's just going to convert that into a number that's going to be true. Otherwise, it'll be false. Search, here's search, find text. That's what we're going to do within text and start number. That's all we're going to do. If you look here, here's the layout, search, D4, B5. Start number is optional. ISNUMBER is just going to nest your search into ISNUMBER. We've gone over this repeatedly. If we close this out, we just take a look here. We're going to go search D4, B5. We're searching. Keep in mind, this is not something we would copy down. We have to reference our first cell. So what's absolutely critical here is your references. Conditional formatting is going to read this, and then based on what areas you highlight when you implement this into the conditional formatting, it will copy this down and register it to D2. So that's why we're not highlighting this range or this list here. That's the difference between conditional formatting and a normal format. Same thing with this find. We don't have to grab the entire, in this case, B5 to B13. Just by highlighting this, when we insert either formula, we're going to highlight this, then we're going to input this formula into conditional formatting. If you don't highlight this, it's going to look for just one cell. I'll show you in a bit. So here is number search. Search is going to find text. Where? Well, here it's D4. Here's D4 into B5. D4 search, D4 for, in this case, beat. Hit F9. It can't find anything. What is ISNUMBER going to do? It's just going to look for this value, F9. And it's going to find, well, it's not going to do anything there. We have to go here, F9, and it'll say false. Hit F9 until we get, so now we have true, and you see true here. That's all ISNUMBER is going to do. Conditional formatting is just going to look for the trues. It's going to highlight based on whatever color you do. Now, in terms of the conditional format, I don't know why I'm going through this because I've gone over it too many times in the past, but since we're staying somewhat consistent, conditional formatting, what are you going to do? First and foremost, you're going to grab this formula, just the formula. You're going to hit copy, hit escape. It's in your back pocket right now. Then you're going to highlight this. Then you're going to go to conditional formatting. You're going to hit new rule, use formula. You're going to copy paste this into here. Because there's already a rule in there, I'm not going to do it. And you format it. Cancel, conditional formatting, manage rule, edit rule. You can see there's the formula, insert find here. You can use it either or, depending on your circumstances. Cancel. If you happen just to highlight this single cell here, it's going to show up here as applies to. It's going to be B5 to B5. Why is conditional formatting not doing its thing? Well, it's because you did not highlight this range. If you elect not to put in your D4s in absolute value, Your model's going to blow up on you. It's going to crash on you. So be very careful when you're dealing with this conditional formatting. 1, to make sure your logic's correct, and 2, to save often, especially if you have a bunch of worksheets open. Brad Williams, Excel Primed.